We're going to be talking about his experiences during housemanship, the good, the bad, literally, and everything in between during house job, in order to help you make better decision for where you'd want to do your housemanship. Hi.
Hi, testing the microphone.
Testing the microphone. One, two, one, two. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
What's your name? You have to introduce yourself for the sake of this.
My name is Brian Ojogo.
You have to be more audible.
Okay, my name is Brian Ojogo.
Brian Ojogo. Okay, where did you finish school from?
I finished from Greg University.
Gregory
If you don't wave
University.
again, I will look back.
Okay, I won't. Yeah, so you just tell me generally where you are at now, when you finished school, when did you start housemanship, and have you currently finished house job or not?
Okay, so I finished from Greg University, Uturu. That was last year, 2024, and I began my housemanship in November 2024, and I finished this year, um, December 2025.
Yeah, congratulations. Okay, well, like, did you find it hard? First of all, congratulations for finishing housemanship.
Thank you very much.
Did you find it hard getting into your center for
Uh,
house job?
Honestly, it was hard, but not as hard as I expected it to be, honestly.
Okay, but did you like get the position through the portal, MDCM portal?
At first, I tried using Portal, which didn't work out. So then I used another means to get there.
The center you wanted was not showing up on the portal, or
I didn't see it on the portal, but I heard it came out on the portal. And because of the website was crashing a lot, so a lot of people didn't even see it there. And for the time, or for the moment when it was there, it stayed for like, I had it stayed for like just 5 minutes and then it went out.
wow,
Mhm.
okay, terrible. Would you still advise that people wait for the portal in order to get a position for a house job?
Honestly, it depends on how much you have faith in your country. But I'll ask them or advise them they should just, if you can go through the other route, you should just go through the other route instead of taking your time.
But like you didn't have to wait so long now after housemanship to get this place.
No,
Yeah.
and funny enough, the other route now is not always as short. So things are just getting harder because of more and more doctors.
Did you want to do your housemanship in this center? Like, was it your dream center?
It
Or
actually wasn't my dream center as a medical student. Where I wanted to be as a medical student was something like UI, that's in Ibadan, or UBT, that's in Benin. But when I graduated and started weighing the pros against the cons, I started realizing a lot of advantages in working in an FMC instead of teaching hospital. One of them was like the workload and the amount of hands-on experience you get in an FMC.
yeah, I get that. But UI, do you know what happens in UI University
Yes,
of Ibadan?
you know, in that moment when you're a student, you won't really understand the weight of working.
Yeah.
So you just be like, okay, let me go to a center that will bombard me with work. I'll learn
Mm,
and learn and learn, but not knowing that working that much also can also mean you don't even have the time. You're more of working than learning.
yeah, you're more of working than and you not even get the opportunity to do
Exactly.
hands-on thing. You first of all, did you have plan for housemanship? Like, were there things you feel like you wanted to learn during your time in house job?
Yeah, there are actually a lot. First of all, before I got into house job, I had already enrolled in a private hospital, which I was working in before my induction. So when I was there, I kind of was. It just made me realize the difference between being a student and being working as a doctor. Like a lot of the stuff that you learn from medical school is just textbook stuff. Then you being a doctor are those added things that you as a person will add to the textbook. So When I started, when I got that experience, which I honestly advise everybody to like go for it because it makes you understand how different it is working and being a student. Because if you just jump into housemanship and the first time you start experiencing all that, 1 month, 2 months can go without you even gaining much. You just use those first 2 months trying to understand how it feels like that transition from a student to a doctor. So just like me, that reality just took me like 3 weeks, 1 month to just learn all those basic doctor procedures and start getting used to.
So, do you feel like all your expectations were met during the course of your housemanship?
Honestly, no, not even close. But I also realized, but it never like made me feel down because it also, as I was working as a house officer, it also made me realize that 1 year is very little. You can't learn everything. Just like some postings now, like let me say in pediatrics, I was in pediatric neurology. I don't really know so much about pediatric nephrology. So I don't also expect somebody that's in pediatric nephrology to know as much as someone that works in pediatric neurology. Same way in internal medicine, I was in nephrology. Don't expect somebody that was in, let me say, neurology to know how to um, know the indications for dialysis or that. I also don't expect to know how to manage a stroke patient as much as somebody that passed through adult neurology.
So now, for me, I know I had expectations of learning about nephrology, dialysis, and all. Like I was literally vying to be in nephrology, and I'm close to the end of my housemanship. Like, what would you advise me to do at this point? I'm literally like, okay, as at the time of recording it, I'm like 4 weeks to the end of house
Okay.
job. What would you?
Okay, so one thing I can advise you to do is at least try to gain the skill of maybe femoral cannulation because that's something that you can easily market yourself because working in dialysis centers in Nigeria is not even stressful as a doctor at least because once you just do the femoral cannulation, it's not really that deep. And I also don't really advise, I don't really think anybody should like have that mentality that, okay, I didn't work in this specialty. So I should just remove it out of my mind and this thing, that. So I feel like as long as you've passed through medical school, you as a doctor can read up on stuff that you didn't pass through and still be able to like
Yeah.
gain as much. So I don't think like all, not, it's not even, I can't even say all hope is lost. It's not possible because you can still catch up and still be as good. In fact, even better than somebody that was there because it's just 3 months of posting. You can,
Okay.
yeah.
Nice. Thank you. So you take us through the flow of your house job experience. You take us from your first posting. Yeah, what was your first posting like?
Okay.
And what was your favorite moment in your very first posting?
That favorite part is very difficult though.
So what was your first posting?
The first
And
posting was surgery. I remember being posted to general surgery, and the team that was general surgery. The team, that particular general surgery team, I wasn't really enthusiastic about entering the team because I heard how the consultants they were kind of scary. So I wasn't happy. But the chief reg of them advised me that okay, it's not really bad. Just do it. I'm like, fine, let's just go. As long as I've started the house job and let me just get it over with 1 year and go away. So it was okay. That was 3 weeks for general surgery. It was nice. It felt like I spent that 3 weeks more of getting that feel of becoming a doctor. Just when I tried a lot to perfect the basic doctor procedures and on so on for that 3 weeks, and then by the second, my next after that was neurosurgery, which I felt I was a bit better, and then plastic surgery, which was then I was now comfortable. And that was probably I felt like that was, as I have to keep it at top two among my surgical
plastic
postings.
surgery.
Yeah, top two.
Plastic.
Yes, plastic surgery.
Okay.
Why I said that is because I felt like I had more of the
Hands-on
Yes,
experience.
and also I felt more responsible because I was the only house officer for like almost a week.
Mm.
So I felt like more, probably even more than a week. So I was really house officer there. I learned um, vacuum assisted closure,
Yeah,
all
back,
those
yeah.
small procedures, learning to just
Mm.
be a doctor. And then orthopedic surgery was obviously my best. I even chose to be in the heavy one because
Where
that's
you chose.
I chose. And they were surprised. They were asking me why. Why did I
Mm.
choose ortho B? Is it because of a woman? Is there a woman that unit? They now had to pen it on. Oh, is this woman that is in the unit that he
uh,
wants to be with? Not knowing that that's where I wanted to be with.
like,
That's
why
where I
did
wanted to
you
be.
all of a sudden choose? Okay,
Ortho B
you're
because
thinking.
I felt that was the most serious unit,
Well, apparently, yes, I
and
think
also
so.
because I'm interested in orthopedic surgery.
Okay, okay. Understood. Nice. But now there's auto A, B, C. Would you
Yes,
still
exactly.
choose to be in
I would choose to
orthopedic
be in
B?
B because I feel like those
The other
doctors
years.
are in love with work. Even on the weekends, no day you're free.
Yeah, yeah,
Like they work a
actually.
lot.
That's nice. So, was there like a favorite, aside plastic orthopedics, no, that was there a moment that stood out for you
In my first
in,
posting,
yes, in your first posting?
what stood out for me in my first posting, I can't really say there's any real
Particular,
thing
yeah.
that stood out in my first posting. I just felt like I felt like academic wise, I was reading a lot in my first posting, but then I was now with older house officers. I didn't really understand why they were not like putting the academic effort until I had reached my third posting and realized that it's not easy.
Okay.
So
Okay. Then moving on, what was your second rotation?
my second rotation was pediatrics, pediatric neurology. That's where I initially actually wanted to be in, funny enough, because I wanted to be under a neurology
Why?
specialty. Because I felt like that might have been one of my weaker points in medical school. So I
Okay,
wanted to like,
neurology.
yeah, I wanted to be in neurology so I can at least be better at it. So
Mm.
that's why. So and then someone kind of discouraged me about it. That see, guy, is it is but don't go and enter. Just I know understand that you want to learn it, but don't go and enter a unit that will give you unnecessary extension just for one small thing.
Mm.
That advice kind of
Yeah.
changed my mind. I wanted to now be pediatric gastro slash dermatology, but I didn't. I eventually, that's not what I got.
What
I
you
got the
got?
two which I initially wanted and went through it. It was actually okay.
Mm.
Wasn't bad.
Did you enjoy pediatrics rotation? Honestly, in all honesty.
To be honest, I would say I enjoyed it because not like let me just say it was okay for me. Not as bad as people
See, it
say.
is.
That's for sure. But I
Mm.
liked it because I started like that was I was more comfortable as being a doctor. So to me, I kind of like that responsibility. So that's what
Mm.
actually usually makes me enjoy a posting.
Okay.
So I kind of like that responsibility of the pediatrics, that, and they
Okay.
also I like children, but not when they are.
Who
Although
doesn't?
it was now also difficult dealing with both children and the mother. It
Mm.
kind of feels like the mothers are even more annoying than the children.
Mm.
So yeah.
Was there like any heartbreaking moment in pediatrics for you?
Pediatrics. The only serious heartbreaking moment was when I was called back. I was done with my
Shifts, yeah.
children emergency posting, but because of I was called back by my senior registrar to because I didn't give a dose of a particular drug. And in all honesty, this drug is supposed to be completed after 3 doses. And another, I didn't know that it was prescribed again and written in a different chart.
Oh,
So
yes,
I
I get
couldn't
that.
even spot it.
Mm.
So I was called back to take care of this patient. I should pick between a 1 week extension or to see this patient until um,
Are you for real?
yes. I can even call the person's name.
No, show it.
So I I have to be with that patient until the next. And then the next morning was specialty clinic in neurology,
Mm,
which is a very terrible
yeah, and
and
long.
long
Yeah.
clinic. So I just once it was like, let me say 7 a.m. I called the senior registrar and told him that I would like to go for my specialty clinic. I said, okay, fine, I can go. So
That like there's nothing I hate more than being called back for
honestly, and
like
this was when the last day I was done,
don't yeah.
done with children emergency. I've just gone south.
Damn.
Yeah,
Well, that's nice. This is like different from every other person's experience I've ever heard about, like pediatrics not being as bad as people really make it
honestly,
out
I
to
feel it
be.
wasn't. I feel like if you just do your work,
Yeah,
try your best to do your work.
diligently.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And try to be respectful because it feels like they value respect way too much.
way too much than the work.
Even
Yeah,
the registrars in pediatrics have a lot more power than registrars in other departments.
yeah, it
Because
feels so too.
yeah, because the consultants are like holding
Mm,
on to them are like yeah.
okay, nice. So moving on, what was your next
My next
posting?
posting was obstetrics and gynecology, which I can say might be my worst. Because first of all, I don't even like
What?
O and G, and that the particular unit I was put in were really
Yeah,
really hard for me.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was too much. I couldn't bear it, man. I'm okay with work, but as
Mm,
long as it's work that I enjoy doing,
mm.
I won't complain. But the work there was I didn't even like O and G in the first place. It
What
was just
exactly was it about orange that you do, or is it about orange that you don't really like? Did you
um
enjoy your rotation in orange as a student?
I no, honestly, I preferred pediatrics because of O and G was. I don't like. Uh, Let me say specialties that focus on just one
One
particular
part,
part of the
okay.
body. Pediatrics was a lot. You have
Pediatric is
so
like
many.
general, it's like internal
Exactly.
medicine for
So it
children.
was
Yeah.
interesting. I know that at least in O and G, I'm like, if I'm not dealing with uterus, I'm dealing with the female
Mm,
reproductive system. And I didn't really like it.
nice.
That was just it. And the calls were also hectic though. Although I wasn't really
Oh,
experiencing hectic calls, luckily for me on
you
those
were very
days.
fortunate.
Yeah, on
Funny
those
enough.
luckily for me on those days I was enjoying I was okay. Well I kind of like that at least I learned epistemography there, so that's one good thing
Well,
there.
yeah, the skill that you
Yeah,
could definitely use somewhere else whenever. And I feel like women are literally almost always giving birth. So you
exactly.
have to just know
Exactly.
about obstetrics and
Yeah.
gynecology if
Mm,
there's anything that occurs more commonly in our environment.
exactly. That's why I didn't completely push it out.
Yeah. But you wanted to run away from like I think
I didn't
you
like
were
that unit at all.
vying for your time up
I
when
was so happy when I was done with it though. Really happy.
damn. Okay. On to your very last rotation.
Internal medicine, nephrology.
How was it
It was
like?
actually nice. I would actually say that might be my
Best
yeah, might be my
or
best.
your favorite?
It might be my best, not my favorite, because I still prefer
Okay,
surgery.
surgery.
But like I said earlier on,
Mm,
that what actually makes me enjoy posting is the amount of responsibilities I
responsibility.
have. So as that was my final posting, so I had a lot of responsibilities, and for majority of the time I was in nephrology, I was the most senior house officer for that matter.
Mm,
So I just had like 3 to 4 weeks with having seniors, and then they all just suddenly left, and I was the most senior for like the rest of the remaining 2 months. So it was really nice, and also it was kind of fun having to at least. Um, I think that's basically the only internal medicine specialty I can say
mm.
that, or at least as a house officer, you can say that at least you have a hand, a skill that you're using your hands like femoral
Yeah,
cannulation.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I was happy for that.
Well,
Yeah.
internal medicine is like moving stuff and all of that. How did you enjoy the ward round? Aside the whole dialysis from around calculation stuff, was there
Okay,
any other
so
parts that you
actually,
enjoyed?
people kind of thought I was mad for wanting to be in nephrology, but I actually saw a lot of benefits in it because one, I really don't like, or I don't like ward calls. I felt that was really, really hectic for me, having to give IV drugs and all. I just, like, that can just kill me. And you tell them it's more so that you can legit walk into that place and see 20 people on IV drugs.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not nice at all. But the ward rounds, well, luckily for me, the one of the consultants that makes the ward rounds very long, makes you stay up to 6, 7. He was on leave just as I came.
For the most part of it. In fact, he
Exactly,
wasn't even
just as I came,
around.
and he now came back from leave like when there was already NAD strike. So it was just like
Mm,
2 patients, 3 patients. So what's the worst he can do? So I was kind of lucky at that. Right.
yes. Congratulations.
Thank you very
Mm.
much.
Do you feel like a champ now?
I feel like a champ, but I'm already starting to realize that, well, it's just a me right now, and this is the beginning of the. This is where you now have to start determining your moves for the next step, because the next
Yeah.
step is bigger, and
Yeah.
residency is, is almost as stressful as housemanship, probably even as stressful, at least as a junior registrar.
As stressful or more stressful. Don't you see what
Exactly,
your
exactly.
just go through?
Especially if it's surgery or ONG.
Yeah. Even internal medicine too, I feel.
Yeah, I guess so.
Being called to see patients at very odd hours, the
That's
calls,
true.
M talk and all of that.
Mm.
Okay. So like what would you advise anybody that wants to go into house job now? Oh,
Well, one thing I would advise you to do is that housemanship is just 1 year, and that one, despite it being 1 year, it probably might be the most important um, part of your training career, because you are is your senior's duty to teach you, and you're going to be going into different departments after your housemanship. Let me say, if you are going to become a surgeon, you're not going to see a pediatric patient again. All that general knowledge you get as a house officer is what helps you to at least keep a patient alive, despite that not being a patient that is in your field of practice. So I feel like you should at least take it seriously. I mean, like, it's 1 year. I'm not saying you should kill yourself with work, but at least try to balance it, and don't think that, okay, I'm no longer a student again. I should just uh, be
run it anyhow.
exactly just be anyhow.
Okay. But like was there any time you started feeling a like reduction in energy? I know your last posting was where you wanted and all of that, but like, was there this?
Yes,
You came in with very high energy, and then
yeah. To be honest, at the end, towards the end of my second posting, I'd already felt that reduction of energy.
second freaking posting.
Yes, I already started understanding how the older house officers felt, because of the amount of work and the reading and every other, and also your extra activities that you have to do, the important ones. So the energy had already reduced badly by the end of towards the end of my second post, which was pediatrics. And then Angie, it felt like it just felt like I was just there and drained, because I didn't even expect it to even be that stressful, because everyone always says, "Oh, Angie is chill." That. So
Nice. Nice. Was there like a favorite set of people you worked with? Was it nurses, doctors, your colleagues?
I was hoping that this question won't be asked.
Why?
So
No, 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 I don't need names. Like,
okay. Uh, Honestly, I've never like been one to like try to separate different healthcare professionals, because even before I even became a doctor, I already felt like everybody has their importance. Even a health attendant has an important role in the hospital. So I don't really think anybody is more important. I just think that, yeah, doctors are the leaders of the healthcare team. That's just it. They're a leader, not like they are um my
superior to
superior or
your.
my best or my favorite or anybody's favorite. So that's just it.
Okay. Thank you. So how do you feel now? And what is like your next step?
Well, my next step is to make money. That is my
So the obvious question I want to ask: Japa or are you staying?
if if Nigeria today, if the naira is equivalent to £1, I'll stay. That's my answer to that.
Okay, okay. It's really nice of you to take out your time to talk to us today.
Thank you very much for
I'm
having me.
glad to have made this video or to have done this interview, sort of. And I'm sure that maybe people watching this will definitely like learn one or two or to prepare their minds for housemanship generally. So, do you have any final words?
Trust in God. And He will do the rest.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much.
We are anybody's favorite. So that's just it.
Okay. Thank you.